So hello all, good evening. So let's get started with the classes today. So we are going to learn about slide transitions and animations today.
Good
And
evening, sir.
yeah, good evening, guys. Uh, yeah, let's get started. So what are slide transitions? So slide transition or the animation like effects that happen when you move from one slide to next slide during a presentation. So when you move between different slides, right? So that's called an transition. And so there we can add some effects or like animations to it. So that's what called anime slide transitions. A transition can be as simple as fading to the next slide or as flashy as an eye-catching effect. Okay, so transition can be, we have a lot of options for transitions, and it could be very flashy or eye-catching, or it can be very simple with no effects. Okay, so there are three categories of unique transition to choose from, all which can be found on the transition bar. So there are subtle transitions, exciting and dynamic content. So transitions are used best in moderation. Adding too many transition can make your presentation look silly and can be even distracting to your audience. Consider using subtle transition or not using transitions at all. So as the note says, right, we have to use transitions limitedly. So that is not actually needed, but it distracts the user from the actual content. So let's try to use a subtle transition. So subtle means it's not so obvious, or it's a very simple transition. Okay. So these are the most basic type of transition. They use simple animations to move between slides. So whenever you move between slides, right? So you can see, right? When I change a slide, there is no transition effect here. So I've chosen none for this slide transition. And yeah, so this is very so in the current slide we are showing, right? We haven't used any transitions. Okay, so they use simple animation. So these are the basic type of transitions we have. They use simple animations to move between slides. Okay, so there are different types like this. So cut, fade, push, wipe, split, reveal, etc. That okay. And there are other types of transitions like exciting. So these are more complex animations. So like curtains, wind. So there are different things here, right? So these are the different types of exciting transitions we have, which are complex in nature. So while they are visually interesting than subtle transitions, adding too many can make them presentation look less professional. However, when used in moderation, they can add a nice touch between important slides. Okay. So dynamic content. So dynamic content is another type of transition where that use similar slide layout. Dynamic transition will move only the placeholders, not the slides themselves. Okay, so when used correctly, dynamic transition can help unify your slides and add a further level of polish to your presentation. Okay, so let's see how to apply a transition. So let's try to create a new PowerPoint. Um, Okay, so see, I've created a PowerPoint, and I'm adding some slides to it. Okay, uh, so we're going to learn about transitions today. And the first thing we're going to learn about is transition types. Okay, so types of transition we have. So I'll create another slide. First is subtle. Okay, so here let's see how to create a new transition effect. Okay, uh, so to apply a transition, select the desired slide from the slide navigation pane. This is the slide that will appear after the transition. Click the transitions tab, then locate transition to the slide group. By default, none is applied to each slide. So click the more drop down, allow display all transitions. So click a transition, apply the selector side. This will automatically preview the transition. Okay, so first we have to select the desired slide. So I'm going to apply a transition for the second slide here. So I'll first choose this one and then go to the transitions tab here. Okay. So click on the transitions tab. And in this slide, right, you can see this transition command group here. So here we can see different types of transitions here. So as we learned already, right, we have subtle, exciting, and dynamic. So these are the various types of transition we have. Okay. So for the first slide, we'll apply a very basic transition. So let's say we'll apply a transition called push. Okay. So push the previous slide pushes the current slide into view. Okay. So I'll choose. See, you can see the preview here, right? How it moves from one slide to another slide. So let's create another slide with no transitions. Okay. So none transition. Okay. And we'll apply a design also. Okay. See, I'm going to show a demonstration of how the transition works here. So the first slide, we don't have any transitions. Okay. So the second, see here, the second slide with none transition, right? There are no effects to it. Okay. So when I move to the next slide, right now you can see some transition effects here. So the transition we have selected is push. Okay. So when I click it, so you can see the difference between both the transitions, right? How we move from one slide to another slide. So for the subtle transition, we push the slide from slide two from the bottom to up. So this is called a transition. So you guys understood what it is, what is a transition and how it works? Any doubts in this? Hello.
No, sir.
Okay. Yeah. So this is a very this is a subtle transition we have seen right now. So then let's see another. Let's create another slide with a complex with an let's say let's say a exciting transition. Okay, so there are different types of transitions we learned, right? So we learn about exciting. Okay, so exciting. So go to transitions, click the drop down menu here, and there are a set of transitions called exciting. Okay, so let's choose any one of these things. So let's say let's take airplane. Okay, see. So now you can see the difference in everything. Okay, so for the first transition, right? So I'll play the slideshow again. First transition, none. So there are no effects. Okay, then it's subtle. So from the bottom, it pushes the to the next thing. So next thing is airplane. So that is an exciting type of transition. So let's see how it works. Okay, so now you can see the effects, right? It looks like an paper airplane that's being pushed or flown away. Okay, so that's how the slide a transition appears here. So this is kind of an advanced transition, and its effects are very good. Okay, looks nice. So then let's see another slide, and we'll create a transition called dynamic content. Okay, so there is another type of transition called dynamic. Okay, so dynamic content transition. So here, let's choose the slide, go to transitions, click the drop down menu and choose, let's say a conveyor. Okay. So you can see the transition preview also here. Okay. So let's see from a slideshow. So first is none. So then is subtle. So then is exciting. So then it is dynamic content transition. Okay. So you can see the difference between all these transitions, right? All the different types, right? So this is how transition works. Okay. And so we've seen how to apply a transition to any slide. Okay, so another thing to notice, whenever you apply a transition to a slide, right, you can see the you can see an icon that is placed here. So it compares these two slides, right? First slide doesn't have any transition, so second also doesn't have any transition. We choose none, right? And the third, fourth, and fifth have some transition effects. So they have an icon to notify the user, the notify us to indicate that it has an transition. Okay, so On clicking this, right, you can play the animation. You can see the preview of a transition here. Okay, so when I click this, you can see the preview of a transition here. Okay, so this is how the we can see the preview of transitions in this particular view. Okay, so this is how all we can apply transitions to particular slides, and these are various types of transition we have. So any doubts in this up to whatever we have learned now? Okay, let's have 24 slides today. Okay. So now we saw how to apply a transition. So we know how to choose transitions and how to choose between different types of transitions. So then we'll learn about how to modify a transition. Okay. So modifying transitions, you can quickly customize the look of a transition by changing its direction. Select the slide with the transition you want to modify. Click the effect options command and choose a desired option. These options will vary depending on the selected transition. The selection transition will be modified and a preview of the transition will appear. Okay. So so we saw how to apply a transition. Okay. So all the transitions, I think most of the transition the animation is from left to right. Okay, so the airplane flies from left to right. In this thing, right, if you see this, it moves from right to left. Okay, so we can add some effects. So we can change the effects of the particular transition here. So I've chosen this slide and you've chosen airplane mode here. So and in the transition to the slide command group, right, you have an option called effect options here, and click a drop down, you can see whether it's from right or left. Okay, so here you can see the airplane was flying from left to right, right? So now we can see in which we can change in which direction the airplane will fly. So I choose left, and you can see, right, it flies from right to left here. So when I change the transition, it flies from left to right, and it again flies from left to right. So this is how you can customize a particular transition here. So similar to this transition customization, right? So we can customize this thing also. So this is a conveyor transition, and here also you can see from right, it moves from right to left. Okay, the transition happens from right to left. So you can change the transition by choosing from left to right. So this is how the transition works. Okay, so this is also we can customize other transition also here. You can say from, so the default thing is from bottom, and you can push it from top to bottom now. So this is how you can customize a particular transition. So for every transition, right, there is a way to customize it. So even for the shape transition, there must be some other different effect. Okay. So you can choose between different you can choose different transition, and even you can customize it using this effect options here. Okay. So this is how you modify a particular transition, and this customization is available for every transition that exists in the that exists in this PowerPoint. Okay. So to modify the transition duration, so select the slide with the transition you want to modify. In the duration field, the timing group, enter the desired time for the transition. In this example, we'll decrease the time to half a second or 0.5 to make the transition faster. Okay. So here, next to the effect options, right, there is a timing group, a timing command group, and here we can see a duration option here. So let's see how to customize it. Okay, so let's go to this example. So we have an airplane mode, right? So go to you choose this thing, go to transitions, and in this transition we have an timing command group. So here it takes 1.25 seconds here to move from one slide to another slide. So let's say we can make it longer. Okay, let's say we'll make it 3 seconds for the transition to happen. Okay, so now let's see how the slideshow works. So this one is quick. So you can see here, you can see, right? The airplane flies very slow. So it took 3 seconds to fly, okay? And we have chosen the seconds here by the duration option here. So this is how you adjust the timings of the transition, okay? So you can increase it up to any seconds if you want, okay? So even if you want to increase it by 6 seconds, right, you can do it. So see here, now it takes around 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 seconds to fly, okay? So this is how you customize your duration also. Even so you can make it shorter. Even you can make it very short also. 1/4 of a second also you can do it. So if you see, right, see it flew fast, okay? So this is how you can customize the transition. So similar to this duration adjustment, right? We have other options like sound. We can customize how the transition is triggered, okay? So based on the mouse click, or even after 3 seconds or 4 seconds, we can customize the transition here. See, I'll choose 2 seconds duration for every transition. I will choose not on mouse click, okay? I'll choose on every 4 second, the slide transition should happen automatically, and I'm applying to all. So apply to all means it is this setting, right? Particular setting, right, will be applied to all the slides. So we have around 5 slides here. So when I choose apply to all, the transition effect will be applied to all the slides here. See, you can see all the slides have been applied to the I think with an AirPlay transition here, okay? So and this thing is going to happen automatically. So now I'm not choosing anything, okay? So I'm not clicking anything, but even after 4 seconds, 1, 2, 3, 4, right, this airplane flies automatically. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, so automatically, right, after 4 seconds, the slide transition happens automatically. So it happened uh, because we are chosen after 4 seconds, okay? So and yeah, so this is how the other option works here. To add sound, to remove a transition, okay? So in this thing, right, we have another option called add sound option. So select the slide with the transition you want to modify. Click the sound drop down menu in the timing group. Click a sound to apply to the selected slide, then preview the transition. So whenever, so now, right, it doesn't make any sound in on every transition. So let's say I want to make a sound in this particular transition here. So in the third slide, in the subtle slide, I'm going to apply a sound for the particular transition here. So let's say choose coin, okay? So I've applied a sound called coin for the particular transition here. Let's see how to preview. See, you can see here the sound, right? When I click it, you can see the transition. It applies a sound for the particular transition here. So remember, we haven't click the apply to all option here. So if you do the transition, right, it only the particular slide, right, the subtle slide will have the coin effect automatically. So let's wait for it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So now you'll hear the sound, and yeah, only for the particular subtle transition, right? The sound option is applied. For other transition, there is no option selected. So that's why you don't hear it uh, for the other slides, since we didn't click apply to all. Okay, so now if I click apply to all, and now if I play the slides, right, you will hear the sound for every slide here. So I will apply the same effect for all the slides here. You can see, right? So for every slide, the sound effect is applied to the transition here. So this is how you apply a sound for a particular transition. So how to remove a transition? So can anybody tell me how to remove a transition now? So let's say I want to remove the transition which is already applied to the third slide. Can anybody say how to remove a transition here? Any volunteers? Okay, so
Sorry, again.
yeah, you guys know, you know how to remove a transition? See, there is already a transition that is being applied to the particular slide.
So I have to.
See,
Sorry, sir.
yeah, you know, or else shall I tell? See, we already learned, right? For in the, there is an option called none, right? The slide doesn't have a transition effect. So all you have to do is select the slide, go to the transitions tab, click the drop down and choose none. Okay. So now you can see the transition is being removed from the slide. Okay. So if I say the slide, if I play it right, for the third slide, we don't have any transition. So here, see, you can see the transition effect. So the second slide will have a transition. And the third slide, right, won't have anything. Okay, so this is how transition works here. But there was a coin sound that was selected. Okay, so we just chose the transition effect here, but we didn't remove the sound. Okay, so if you want to remove the sound also, you can do it. So you can, all you have to do is click no sound here, save it, and if you run it again, you won't hear the sound also for the particular slide here. See, Subtle doesn't have any sound effects also. So now you guys know how to remove a transition, how to apply a transition, and how to apply a sound, how to control the duration of the transition, and how to advance slides, how to move from one slide to another slide. So based on the mouse clicks or based on the timing automatically. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove the after effect and I'm going to click mouse click. Okay. So now, right, I've removed that automatic thingy here. So now it doesn't happen after every 4 seconds. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. It doesn't happen. Oh, okay. Oh, I didn't save it. So apply to all. Okay, so now I've chosen mouse click. I've removed it from every thing here. So now everything happens by mouse click only. So it doesn't happen automatically. It doesn't transition from one slide to another slide. So already we have crossed 4 seconds here. So I'm going to click the mouse now and you can see the slide being transitioned. Okay. So this is how you make automatic transitions or this is how you can switch between automatic transition on or you can advance slide using mouse click here. Okay. So yeah, so that's it on slide transitions, advanced slides. Okay. So any doubts in this? So any doubts on how to move between different slides, how to apply transitions? Any doubts? Are you guys clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay, very good. So we saw how to remove transition, how advancing slides. So normally in slideshow view, you would advance to the next slide by clicking your mouse or pressing the space bar or arrow keys. Okay. So these are some shortcut keys that we can advance slide. So not only by mouse click you can move from one slide to another, but we can use the arrow keys. Okay. So arrow keys to right arrow key to move forward and left arrow key to move to the previous slide. So or by pressing the space bar. So pressing the space bar also advances the slide one by one. Okay. So these are some shortcuts that we have to remember for advancing slides. The advanced slide setting in the timing group allows the presentation to advance on its own and display each slide for a specific amount of time. So we saw that example, right? We chose 4 seconds for each slide. So on every 4 seconds, the slide advances automatically without the presenter's intervention. Okay, so we just transition from one slide to another slide automatically. So we don't have to click the mouse or press a space bar or press arrow key. So it automatically transitions from one slide to another slide after every 4 seconds. Okay. So this is how it automatically advances. So this feature is especially useful for unattended presentations such as those at a trade show booth. Okay, so whenever we don't have a presenter or nobody to present any presented, but we just want to run it automatically, we can use this transition. Okay, we can use this transition. So if you need to advance the next slide before an automatic transition, you can always click the mouse or press the spacebar to advance the slide as normal. So if you need to advance to the next slide before an automatic transition. So if you need, okay, so we already learned that, right? So using using spacebar or mouse, you can advance between slides also. So this is how you advance slides automatically. So we have already seen the example, so practice, but I'll read the slides for you. Select the slide you want to modify. Locate the timing group. So in the timing group, under advanced slide option, uncheck the box next to mouse click and click on the after. So in the after field, enter the amount of time you want to display in the slide. In this example, we will advance the slide automatically after 1 minute and 15 seconds. So we have chosen 1 minute and 15 seconds for this particular transition. Select another slide and repeat the process until all the slides have the desired timing. You can also click apply to all command to the same timing to all slides. So yeah, so this is all about transitions. Okay. So I just want to ask you guys a question. So what is the difference between apply to all and what does apply to all do? Can anybody answer me?
Sir, again.
What do you mean by apply to all? So we saw what is an apply to all functionality, right? Can you tell me what is it? What is apply to all?
Oh, sorry, sir.
Yeah, somebody is answering me. Who's answering? Okay. So apply to all, right? See, you guys watch carefully. Okay. So let's say I've chosen. I'm in slide 3. I'm in slide 3. Okay. I'm choosing the sound with a different sound. Okay. I'm choosing drum roll. Okay. Now what I'm doing is I'm going to apply to all. So apply the current slide transition effects and timing settings to the entire presentation. So that means we are going to apply this particular transition to the entire slide. So the entire slide has the entire presentation has 5 slides here, but we are selected only 3 third slide, and we are going to apply to all. Okay, that means it's going to copy all the transitions from the third slide to all the slides here. So previously the sound was coined, right? But I've chosen drum roll now. I'm going to apply to all. Okay. So now what I've done is I've applied the drum roll sound to every transition here. So now if I play the transition, right? See, we don't hear the coin sound anymore. So we are hearing the drum roll sound. So it's a different sound. But you remember, right? We chose only third slide to apply the drum roll. But when we clicked apply to all, right, the drum roll sound effect was copied to every slide here. So this is how apply to all works here. Okay, so the effect will be copied to every slide. So let's do another example. Let's say I'm going to choose the slide number 4, and I'm going to choose a different sound for it. Okay, so let's say I've chose whoosh. Okay, so or whatever. I'll choose typewriter. Okay. So now I didn't choose, I didn't click apply to all. Remember, I don't click apply to all. I just save the slide. So now if I see, the first thing has drum roll. Second thing has drum roll. Third thing has drum roll. But the fourth slide, right, we applied a different sound for it. Okay. So now we should be hearing a different sound. Okay. See, the sound is different. We didn't hear the drum roll, right? It was a different sound. So I go to the previous slide. See, the sound was different. Okay. So what did we do differently? So the last time we applied to all, the drum roll was applied to every slide. Okay. But this time we didn't, we chose typewriter, but we didn't click apply to all. Okay. So that's why the typewriter sound was not copied to every slide in the presentation. So it was applied only to the fourth slide, the particular slide where we change the sound effect. Okay, so this thing, so this is the use of apply to all. You guys understood now? So what is apply to all?
Sir.
Clear?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. We don't have exercise today. Oh. Okay, let's do this example. So you guys, so like this, right? You guys create different types of transitions and apply. Maybe you guys create a slide and apply what to say? Apply particular transition. Let's say airplane. Apply a sound to it and move it based on mouse click. Okay, so I'll give you guys 15 minutes. You try to finish this exercise. Okay, so all you have to do is create a slide.
Okay, sir.
Apply a transition effect, apply a sound, and send it to me. Okay, so you guys can start working now. So this is your class of today. Let me know if you're stuck anywhere. So now we learned how to do transitions, and now we'll learn about animations. Okay, so what is an animation? So there are 4 types of animation effects. Several animations effects you can choose from, and they are organized into 4 types. Okay, so animations can be classified as entrance, emphasis, exit, and motion paths. Okay, so there are 4 types of animation that is available, and the 4 types of entrance, emphasis, exit, and motion paths here. So animations entrance. So these control how an object enters a slide. For example, the bounce animation, the object will fall onto the slide and then bounce several times. Okay, so let's see what is an animation. Let's add something. Okay, so let's add a new slide. Home. So let's say new slide. Okay, so then we'll add a picture. Let's add another picture. So we are going to learn what is an animation now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to apply animation for this particular picture tiger. Okay, so I've chosen this picture. I'm going to the animations tab, and now you can see the animation command group, right? You can see different options here. So there are we learned about 4 types of animations, right? Entrance, emphasis, exit, and motion paths, right? So first we'll do a basic example. So we'll choose bounce. Yeah, so we have bounce here. So I've chosen bounce here. So now you can see the animation effects, right? So if I do in a slideshow, see, we have the 4th page, but we don't see the tiger picture here. So now I'm going to trigger the animation by clicking the mouse here. So when I click it right, you can see the bounce effect that's coming in, right? The tiger comes bouncing into the slide here. So this is called an animation, okay? So the difference between animation and transition is animation are applied to particular objects here. It is not applied to the whole slide, okay? The whole 6 slide doesn't have this bounce effect, right? So the tiger has an effect here. Tiger has a bounce effect. So that is applied to a particular object uh, in a slide. Okay, so I can apply a different animation for this lion picture also if I want. So I choose a lion picture. I go to here and I'll choose swivel. So swivel will turn around. Okay, so it's a swirling effect, right? So now if I go to the slide, right, there are no pictures yet added here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click the mouse here. So the tiger comes bouncing in, and when I click again, the lion is added to the slide with this swirl effect. Okay, so this is how animations work. Okay, so animation is not applied to the whole slide; it is only applied to the and a particular object in a slide. So even if you want to apply animation for this text slide, you can add it. Okay, so you can add some animation effect here. So I'll choose bold reveal. So if I choose right, so for now, if I play the slide, see, you can see the animations applied here, right? So this is how the animation works here. So and also you can see the arrangement of the animations here. So the animation is applied to the tiger picture first. Next, the second thing that has animation is the lion picture, and then for the heading we have an animation here. So if even if you want to rearrange, I think you can do it. Uh, Okay, so reorder animation. So if I want to apply a reorder animation, right, move later. So if I say move later, right, now the animation starts with the line effect here. So if I play the effect, right, so the previous thing Tiger was coming in first, right? Now we have reordered the animations. Okay, so sequence of animations changed. So now the lion will appear first, and the tiger, and then the animation effect for the heading here. So this is how ordering also works here. Okay, so we can arrange, we can have the animations in a particular sequence also here. So this is called an animation. Okay, so there are 4 types of animation, and we saw what are the 4 types of animations also, right? So now you guys know understand what is the difference between animation and transition. Okay, so just hold on for a second. Okay, so now we'll see an example of animation on emphasis. Okay, so we'll choose another slide. We'll create another slide, and we'll say emphasis animation. So this is another type of animation we're going to add, and we're going to add a picture here. Let's say a flight. Okay, so there is a flight picture added, and I'm going to add an animation for this picture. Okay, so I've chosen the picture here. Go to animations tab, click the drop down in the animation group, click the drop down menu. So there are 4 types of animations: entrance, emphasis, exit, and motion path. So I'll choose one animation here. So let's say grow shrink. Okay, so now you can see the effect here, right? So if I go to the slide, see this thing is here. So next, when you go to the next picture where the flight is added, right, I click the picture here. Now you can see, right, it becomes big, and it becomes big. Okay, so this is called a grow shrink animation here. So it grows, I mean it changes the size of the picture on when you trigger the animation here. So when I on mouse click, right, we started the animation, and the picture grows. Uh, picture changes into a bigger picture. Okay, so this is called a grow animation. So even if you want different animation, you can do it. Okay, so I can choose lighten. Okay, so let's say what lighten does. So there are animations here. So now if I click it, right, okay, so the lighten is apply. Lighten didn't do anything, right? So we'll choose something else. We'll choose spin. Okay, so now you can see another effect here, right? So if I click the mouse again, the animation is triggered, and the picture is spinned around. Okay, so this is another type of animation. So similar to that emphasis, right? So similar to emphasis, in the emphasis we have these options here. So let's try to do an example on exit also. Go to the slideshow. Let's see. So animation exit. These control how the object exits the slide. For example, with the fade animation, the object will simply fade away. Okay. So we saw what is an entrance. Okay. So entrance will add the picture from outside. Okay. Exit will add the anime picture from exit. So let's try to add a exit animation for this picture. Okay, so we'll choose fly out. Okay, so now we'll try to run the slide here. So now if I move to the slide, right, so now the animation is up. Yeah. So now if I click the animation, right, the picture disappeared. Okay. So how did it disappear? So because we chose the exit animation here. So exit animation will move the picture out of the slide. Okay. So this is called exit animation, and we can choose anything else. Even if you want to do a bounce out, right, you can do it. So now if I chosen bounce out, right? So when I click that bounce out, the lion will bounce out of the slide here and it will be disappeared forever. Okay. So this is another exit animation. So this is to choose how the picture disappears from a picture or any object disappears from a particular slide here. So that's the difference between entrance and exit animation. So entrance will add an animation how the object is added to the particular slide. Exit animation will add an animation how to get the picture out of the slide. Okay, so this is the difference between entrance and exit. Okay, so let's create another slide and see the last type of animation, which is called motion paths. Okay, so motion path animation. So there is another animation called motion path, and to see that, we'll add a picture first. We'll add a picture, and let's say a bike. So we have so many bikes here. So I'll choose this one. Okay. So the bike picture is added here, and we are going to add uh, a we're going to add a transition of type a motion path. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to apply a motion path for this transition. So I'll choose arcs. Okay. See, now you understand what is happening, right? See, there is we are adding a See, you can see two cycles here, right? The cycle will start from here and it will move here. Okay, so that is called the motion path. So the picture of the cycle will move from here to here. So that is called a motion path animation here. Okay, so if you see this, right, it starts from here, the arrow here, and it will go here and the cycle will come here. So this is called a motion path animation. So it moves the picture in the slide here. Okay, so I've chosen this thing here. Go to the picture. So next thing. So now if I click it, right, the cycle will start from here and move, and it will come and stop here. So this is called a motion path animation. You can choose the motion for the particular animation. So even if you want to a bigger motion, right, you can do it. So I can choose. I can start the picture from here, and I can trace a motion path up to this place here. Okay, so now let's see how it works. Okay, so you can see the trace, right? It starts from here, it goes around and comes here. Okay, let's see how it's shown on this presentation. So now if I click it, right, the cycle moves from here to here. Okay, so this is called a motion path animation. So this is how the motion path animation works. Okay, I'll remove the sound first for these animations transition. Okay, so I'm going to apply no sound to all. Okay, so yeah, so I remove the sound. See, this is a motion path animation. Okay, so let's choose a different motion path for this particular animation. Go to animations, and I can choose any type of animations here. So now we have chosen arc. Okay, so it curves around and comes like this. We can do a straight line animation, right, like this. Okay, so you can choose a straight line from here to here. So now the cycle moves in a straight line instead of a curved path. Okay. See here, it moves in a straight line. Okay, so that's what we chose in the animations here. So if you choose a cycle, so you can choose a straight line here. So then first time we saw arc. Okay, even if you want to do a custom path, right, you can do it. Okay, so I can draw like this. Okay, the cycle goes around like this, like this, like this, like this, and like this. Okay. See, see, you can see the picture, right? It starts from here, the green line, it goes like this, and it stops here. Okay, so you can draw like this, you can draw your own motion paths. Okay, so instead of an arc or instead of a straight line, you can draw your own paths here. So if I click it, right, the slide, see the cycle moves here and there based on the path we drew it ourselves. Okay, so this is another example of a motion path animation in the picture here. So you guys understood what is animation? What are the different types of animation? What are the uses for it?
Yes, sir.
It's clear for you, right? Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, good. So yeah, then let's go through slides one by one. To apply animation to an object, okay. So we have already seen how to apply an animation to an object. To apply an animation to an object, select the object you want to animate. On the animations tab, click the more drop down in the animation group. A drop down menu of the animation effects will appear. Select the desired effect. Okay, so there are 4 types of animations we saw, and we can choose any one of the desired animations for our object. Okay, the effect will apply to the object. The object will have a small number next to it, show that it has an animation. In the slide pane, a star symbol also will appear next to the slide. Okay, so like a transition, right? Even if you apply animation to the particular object in the slide, the what do you call this star will appear. Okay, so even for animations, let's say if I remove the transitions, right, I'll choose none transition for this slide. See, you can see the star still appears because we have an animation in this particular slide. Even though if there is no animation or transition, if there is an animation, here you can see the star symbol in the particular presentation or this slide. Okay, so that's what is mentioned in this last point here. So effect options. So now we'll see about effect options. Okay, so how to apply customize your animations. Okay, some effects will have options you can change. For example, with the fly-in effect, you can control which direction the object comes from. These options can be accessed from the effect options command in the animation group. Okay, so like transitions, right? You can customize your animations also. So for transition, you can do from left to right, right to left, all these things, right? Similarly, you can do it for animations also here. So I've chosen this tiger, and I'm going to apply an effect options here. So go to the transition, go to the animations tab. Go to the animation, select this tiger picture, go to the animations tab, and you can see the effect here. So there is no effect for this transition. Okay, so we'll apply a zoom effect for the transition. See, object center, slide center. Okay, we'll choose a different one. Okay, let's choose this random bars animation here, and this has some effects. Okay, so you can see, right, there is a horizontal effect lines here, and also you can choose for the vertical lines, right? So you can see the difference, right? What is a, guys know what is a horizontal line and the vertical line, right? Vertical line is upside, and horizontal is this thing. Okay, so this is how you can customize your animations also. So similar to transitions, we have effect options for animations also. So not all animations have effect options. So some doesn't have any effect options here. Okay. So only few things have effect options. So you can apply it based on the availability of the effects. Okay. So this is called this is how you customize your animations. So any doubts in this up to this? Whatever you learned, any doubts you guys have?
No, sir.
Okay. So yes. So effect options we can choose. Okay. How to remove an animation? Select the small number located next to the animated object. Press the delete key. The animation will be deleted. Okay. So we already saw that, right? Every animation will have a number to it. Okay. So what we can do is, let's say if you want to remove the animation for this particular picture tiger, right? Select the picture. You can see the number here. So what does this number refer? So there is 1, 2, 3. Can anybody tell me what does this number refer? I told you already, guys. Can someone tell me? 1, 2, 3.
Sir, select number. The presentation number, slide number, sir.
It's not the slide number, it's the actual animation sequence number. So in this particular slide, right, the animation will be applied to the lion picture first, which is 1, then to the tiger picture, and then to the text here.
So in the same animation using the how many slide they won't become number 1, 2, 3 like this.
Sorry, I didn't get you.
So it's the same animation if using suppose 4 photo inside. So they are also coming the 1, 2, 3, 4 like this serial, right?
Yeah, that is how it works. Yes. So lion picture comes in first, tiger second, and third is this name. Okay, let's see how it works. Okay. So lion had number 1, right? Now lion will come on first click. Okay, so tiger had number 2, right? Okay, tiger comes in second. Okay, then there was animation for this text also, right? If I click third time, you can see animation is applied to the heading also. So this is how the numbering works. Okay, it tells the sequence of the animations for the picture. Okay, let's say if I want to make the tiger picture as the first animation, right? What can we do? We have to change it to number 1, right? If I want apply, if you want the tiger to be if you want the tiger to have the first animation in the sequence, right? What I can do is I can click the tiger and I say move earlier. Okay, so that means it's going to move one from 2 to 1. So now tiger will become 1 and lion will become 2 here. So once I click move earlier. Okay, so choose this one, move earlier. So you can see, right, the numbers changed. Okay, so now if I do the presentation, which one will come first now? Which animation will be applied first? Can someone
So
tell me?
tiger compass because tiger
Tiger.
is number 1, so tiger compass.
Okay, very good. Tiger comes first. Second one.
Second one lion.
Okay, third one. Third one, the heading, right? Okay. So this is how it works. Okay. So let's say if I want, right? So let's say in the animation, right? I don't want let's say I don't want an animation for the line itself. Okay. So what I can do is I can select this, click the number here, and press the delete button. Right click. Okay, right click doesn't work. So all I can do is I can select the picture, select the number here, and press delete. Okay. So when I press delete, right, this becomes 2. I mean, this doesn't have animation. So what means is it has deleted the animation from the line picture, and the animation number also changes here, right? So since this doesn't have an animation, this heading becomes 2 and this becomes 1, right? So now let's run this picture, okay? What comes first? Now if I click okay, what comes first?
The tiger compass.
Okay, but lion is already there. Why?
Yeah, lion is no animation, sir.
Very good. Okay, so if I click a tiger, the animation will apply for the tiger. So then on another click, what will happen?
Another one's writing coming.
Yeah, very good, Hussein. Yeah, good. So this is how animations works. Okay, so this is how you can change the sequence of the animations also. So you can move later. You can see 1, 2 here. Okay, so you can choose this one, move earlier. It will change the numbers here. Okay, so it will move the numbers up or down based on the clicks you do. So this is how you can reorder animations in your picture. Okay, so remember this, how to reorder animations. Okay. Yeah, so we saw how to remove an animation. We saw how to reorder an animation also, right? We saw how to do effects also. Yeah. Okay, what else we have? We have another 2-3 slides now, and we have another 15 minutes to go. How to copy animations with the animation painter. Okay, so click the object that has the effects you want to copy. In our example, we'll click our answer text on the animations tab. Click the animation painter command. Click the object you want to copy the effects to. In our example, we click the answer text to next slide. Both objects have the same effect. Okay. So let's say let's say how to copy animations. Okay. Let's create a slide and we'll learn about animation. What is called copy animations. Okay. Copy animations. Let's say there are 2 pictures. Okay. Apple. Okay. So then we'll add another picture. We'll say orange. Okay. So now we have two we have so now we have 2 pictures here. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to apply animation for this picture. Okay, so this apple. So what I have to do is click or select this picture, go to the animations tab, and I'll say fly in. Okay, so I applied a animation for this particular picture. Okay, so now I want to do the same animation for this orange also. What I can do is I can choose this one, and I can choose I can come here and choose the fly in option here. But I don't want to do that. I just want to copy the animation from this slide. Okay, so what I have to do is I have to select this slide, click the animation painter, and then you have to choose this picture. Okay, so now the animation is copied from this picture to this picture. Okay, so I didn't choose this. So you remember, right? I didn't choose this animation. I didn't select fly in here. Okay, so what I did is I just selected the Apple picture. I used the animation painter. I clicked on it, and now you can see the symbol, right? Changed. Okay. So now if I click this, I'm not clicking fly in or animation or anything. Okay, I'm just clicking the object here. I didn't choose the animation from this animations tab. Okay, so I'm just clicking the object here, and the animation is copied from this apple to this orange picture here. So this is called an animation painter. Okay, so you guys understood what is happening here?
Yes, sir. The same Apple animation also goes to Coden's.
Yeah, very good. Okay,
Same
so
time.
so this is very similar to format painter we have learned already. So you guys remember what is a format painter, right? So there is an option, right? If I, so this is similar to format painter we have learned already. Okay, so you guys remember what is a format painter? Okay, leave it, forget it. Okay, so this is how you copy animations from one object to another object. Okay, so this is very similar to format picture, which I've already learned. Okay, guys, review it. So any animation effect, how to preview animations? Okay, any animation effects you have applied will show up when you play the slideshow. However, you can also quickly preview the animation for the current slide without viewing the slideshow. Navigate to the slide you want to preview. From the animations tab, click the preview command. The animation for the current slide will apply. Okay. So, yeah. So if you go to the slide, right, there is an in the animations tab. There is a something called preview animations here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click preview. See, without doing this slide presenter, right? We didn't change the mode of the PowerPoint, but still we can preview the whole animation here. Okay, so you can do it from multiple pictures also. See, if there are more than one animation also, all the animations, the particular slide will be automatically played in this picture. Okay, so if I choose preview for this one, you can see how the animations works on this particular slide. So this is how you preview a particular animation on the slide. Okay, so yeah, so this is how you preview animations also. So any doubts up to this?
No, sir.
Okay, yeah. So yeah, guys, we are done with the class today, and our homework is create a yes.
Okay, sir, you finish first.
Okay. We have so the homework for this week, right? You guys have to create an animation a quiz game. Okay, so you should have question number 1. Who was the first person to walk on the moon? Okay, and question number 2. What planet is closest to the sun? Okay, so you have to add animations for this thing. Okay, so you have to add animation for the. See, you can see the numbers here, right? For the uh, answer, there is a particular animation here. Okay, so this is so answer should come from the bottom to top, something like that. Okay, so you have to do this animation as a homework. You guys got it?
Yes, sir.
So the guys, this will be a homework. Okay, so maybe I'll try to give you how to do this. Okay, new slide. So what